Happy Wednesday, everyone, and Shabbat Shalom. Welcome to Congregations Beth Ahaba's weekly Torah video. Today we are talking about Parshat Bo in the book of Exodus, and Parshat Bo is my favorite Parshat. We are in the midst of the plague story that we all know so well from Passover. God sends the plagues of locusts and darkness upon Egypt. And we're warned about the final and most scary plague of all, the death of the Egyptian firstborn. And still, silly Pharaoh does not let the Israelites leave Egypt. And we're told it doesn't matter what silly Pharaoh does. We are going to leave Egypt, and Moses and his brother Aaron are given all of the instructions about the Passover festival, which is in fact the most observed Jewish ritual in America. And so we are all prepared for this terrible final plague, the killing of the firstborn of the Egyptians. But God tells us that since God is sparing the firstborn children of the Jews, that these firstborn children have a special status. And that's why firstborn sons in Judaism have a special role. Now, a firstborn son in Judaism is a religious designation. It doesn't simply mean the oldest son. It has to be the first issue of the womb. It has to have been a natural birth. And it has to be male. So that all those things have to happen in order for you to have a firstborn son. I actually have 3 sons, no other children, and I don't have a firstborn son because my wife had C-sections. But when you do have a firstborn son, there is a special designation in Judaism. In fact, they're dedicated to God. Some Jews do something called a pidyon haben, redemption of the firstborn, where they pay God and or the Jewish community to redeem that necessary service. Other people say, it's my firstborn son, so they are dedicated to learning Judaism. Now, in liberal Judaism, we say all of our children are valuable and worthy of connecting with God, which is why Jewish education is so important for everyone. And we don't want to necessarily save them from being in the service of God, but we want to help them all be in the service of God. And so how do we do that? This is what we're taught by the last plague and by this Torah portion, is that life is so precious. And when we treat our children as the most precious things in our lives, we give them this great value. And when we value our children, then they can serve God and the community. Shabbat Shalom, Parshat Bo.